Good evening, everyone. I hope it is audible to all. Good evening. Good evening. So, participants, does anybody have doubts regarding last 2 days? Any doubts regarding last 2 sessions? Introduction to virtual reality, introduction to augmented reality. So, today it is day 3. Okay, fine. So, I hope there is no doubts. Okay, fine. So, just a moment. Okay, fine. So, participants, I welcome you all for today's session. Today it's day 3 about virtual reality masterclass. So, out of 21 days, 2 days has been completed, and today we will be just starting with the Unity part. So, inside the Unity, what are the tools and how to start that particular Unity tool, how to select each and every tool, and what are the functions of the tools whichever we will be working over. So with the help of Unity, now everyone has known this is a particular tool for game development. So throughout that particular game development, we have to know how that particular tools are being moved and used it over here. And what are the version we will be just continuing for the entire period. It is nothing but Unity version 2020. The latest versions are also available. If you are interested, you can use it. There is no issue in that. The change it will be nothing but there will be some package changes, installation method, updations, etc. So now let us get into the how to start with the Unity. So inside Unity we have two softwares, Unity Hub and Unity. So through Unity Hub only we are supposed to open the respective version whatever we need. So this is nothing but Unity Hub. Inside Unity Hub itself we can make some installations whatever it is required. Once if you are paid with the license, then continuously you can use any kind of versions whatever you required. So like if you go for the installs, inside the installs first you have to locate for the current version whatever you are using. and try to use long-term support. So inside the long-term support you will be getting all the options. So all the options like, so Android build support, now currently I am using to build Android apps using Unity. Then iOS build support, tvOS, Linux build support for IL2 CPP. Then build support Mono, Mac build support, Universal Windows Platform, WebGL, Windows build support, LuminOS, and the documentation of Unity. If you want Visual Studio, that too. So this will be that particular mode of modules we will be installing inside the Unity 3D software. Now apart from that, if you want to switch to any of the new one, means click on add, select the particular release whichever you required over here. So this is pre-release of 2022 alpha version, which is not provided with all the features. Inside the long-term support only you will be receiving all the features, and recommended release is LTS of 2021. Here whatever I am using, it is 2020 LTS. Okay, so this will be that particular format to install the next version. If you just click here, click on next, and select that particular modules whatever you need, along with that it will be automatically installing. So this will be the particular procedure to move on for the different version install by using Unity Hub. Then after that, projects. So rather than the projects, if you are also interested in learning with many of the 2D and VR beginners, means many tutorials are there, projects as well as the tutorial patterns are available. Okay, like that community, any of your doubts, any of your errors, everything can be posted up over here. There is no issues at all, and this is for install. That's it. So that's it with Unity Hub. Okay, now going for projects, how to create a project. Click on new. If you are having multiple versions, means multiple versions will be displayed. Now click on the 2020, since we have only one particular version, and default location should be provided. That will be the better way to identify your different projects within a single folder for augmented reality or virtual reality. So 2D, 3D, high definition, universal render pipeline, everything it is available as template. We are going to use 3D template. So 3D means it is applicable for both 2D as well as the high definition, everything it is applicable. Now therefore click on create, and here you can provide the name. So I am providing it as live MS. So click on create. It takes quite some time. Now Unity Hub as well as Unity is a paid version. Now within this opening, if you have any doubts, you can just post it. Any doubts means can be posted up over here. And So finally it has been opened. And one more particular kind information: if you are going to use Unity in your system, make sure it has at least 8 GB of RAM, and the graphics card is also important. Minimum 2 GB graphics card and 8 GB RAM. So here I am using the graphics card of Intel HD graphics. Actually that is not a sufficient one. The better is NVIDIA GeForce 2 GB graphics card. So that will provide a more support while compared to the Intel HD graphics. And the RAM space whatever I am currently using, it is 16 GB. Okay, so this will be the my particular specification. So better if you are using these kind of softwares in your system, the hardware features in your system means it will provide some long life, else the heating itself it will be more, so it won't be a bearable heat whatever it is applied. Okay, fine. Now therefore this is the main work area which is known as scene. Okay, so the scene portion, here only we are supposed to make it the design. Here we can see that axis, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So this is the gravity portion, and this is a free gravity, and it completely moves on. There is no particular end at all. We are supposed to make a clear way. So whenever if you are creating anything based on the gravity means nothing but we are supposed to create the plane first of all. The plane is the most important part. So this is the place where we design. Then the next part is asset store. Whatever the models we need. Okay, so through this only we are supposed to collect the asset store. We have to go for online. We are supposed to log into it, and from that particular login, if we just add it to Unity account means it automatically adds over here. Then from package manager we can fetch that particular required package. We can install it into our respective project only, not for Unity permanently. For each and every projects the package has to be separately installed. So through that particular package manager only we will be able to get it. And therefore animator. So in this portion only we will be making the motions for 3D models or objects. So all that particular things we will be making up here. And finally, once after creating the scene, if you want to see the output means when you click on play, it automatically switches over to the game. Okay, so this is the game part. So this was the particular place where we see the outputs. So now if you stop the play, it will get back to the scene portion. You can also directly go to the game, that's not an issue. But once if you want to test the any kind of requirements means only inside the game portion, if you play this particular button it is possible. So this is known as the hierarchy plane. Inside this hierarchy we are supposed to decide what are all the packages and the level of hierarchy for which we have to provide the first preference and where we are supposed to add it. So those kind of range should be provided over here, and the output and the console everything comes under at the bottom. So if you want to add anything for the project like the models, the colors, everything, it comes under over here, including our script. So the C# script part, everything comes under over here. Then the next thing is like the console, any output errors or the output debug logging. So the log data, everything can be collected over here. So to create the animation, we are supposed to use this particular plane. In case if we have any creation means, definitely we will be there, and that is particularly scheduled in upcoming classes. So inside that upcoming classes, we will be knowing how to apply the animation. Then all that console, the project area, everything we will be using. So inside this project area as well as inside this particular hierarchy area, almost the same method for adding. Then the next part is like inspector and the services. So services mostly we won't be using, and inspector part we will be using in case if any objects has been added up over here. So the next part we will be going for the objects only. Then we have some different tools. So this is the hand tool which is used to move within that particular screen. Okay, if you want to make it as 2D, 3D, or which angle which portion you are planning to move, so those portions only we will be able to see. Then comes with the move tool. So moving that object tool, if you are having any objects means that object we are supposed to move. But now I have the object known as main camera, which views over here, which take the entire view of the scene. So I am moving it. So when I selected an object, the inspector has automatically enabled, and this is the direction of light. So now the direction of light is this way. So this is that direction of light way. Okay, and if I want to rotate it, so then this is for rotation. So if I rotate means the axis is completely moving. You can see that particular simulation in main camera. And by manually also we can enter at the position X, Y, Z. If you are aware of the value and the degrees means we can take it. So this way, this position is known as yaw. So this movement it is known as yaw position, and this position is known as roll. Sorry, I have made some mistakes. Yeah, extremely sorry for that. This is known as pitch. Okay, this is yaw. From left to right it is yaw, up and down it is pitch, and this is known as roll. Yeah, now it is correct. So up and down, roll, yaw. All the particular movements here we will be able to see inside this main camera. Okay, that is the function of main camera. In case of augmented reality, we will be using the AR camera. And in case of virtual reality, we will be using, for some main camera will be used, and for some we will be using first person camera. Okay, so that is the function of this particular tool. Next is the scale tool. You want to increase the size. For camera it is not possible. For now I am just taking, so see, just increasing the size. So this is known as the scale tool. Everything manually also we are supposed to add. And this is a rectangle tool, mostly taken for the local based, only to move that particular rectangular or view position up over here, so not more than that. Okay, so this is changing the view mode elaborately or required area. This is all in one. All this particular will be made into a single icon. At the same time, whichever you want to use, you can use. Then no custom tools which we have added to our system. So there is no custom tools over here, and there is no purpose of custom tools according to me. Okay. So does anybody have doubt? Any doubts till this particular tools? You can just post it till each and every menu and adding of packages. Everything we will be discussing. Participants having any doubts can be posted. Attendance. What we have been posted means at 7:30 only you will be receiving the attendance. Venkata Abhiram, yes, Blender also has the same options. One day we are also showing in Blender. In this 21 days, out of that, one day we are just showing with Blender. Could show an already made project on screen and then final game version. Yeah, Jatsia, actually, we have also listed some projects. So during the project time, we will be showing it. Like AR library, then video wall. So those and all comes under the project. Animator is used for creating the animation. Any doubts means can be posted. Okay, fine. Okay, so I hope that's it with your queries. Okay, fine. Now let us see one by one with all the menus. So here, let us start with the file. So inside that file menu, here we have new scene, open recent scene and all. Okay, that's not an new thing for everyone. But the most highlighting thing is if you want to make different scenes inside that particular Unity means, therefore we are supposed to create different scene. So switching between one scene to another scene is known as from one page to another page, like that. For example, if you are designing a UI for Android, so first you are entering the password and next you have to go into the main page. So that portion you have to create with two scenes. That is the main thing. So for that we can click on new scenes and it will be able to move on. So that's not a new kind of thing, but the application is like this. Open scene, everyone knows. Existing scene, whatever we have said, we can open. Recent scene, recently what we have taken, that we are able to open it. Then save scene as a template. So this save scene can also be done using the template up over here. Creating a new project, open existing, save this entire project. So this is common like another coding visual parts. Then the next part is like build settings. After creating each and every model, if you want to export it to any kind of execution files, means build settings only you are supposed to go. So we have Android as well as PC Mac. Okay, rest other is not available. Inside this PC, Mac and Linux standalone means we can select any OS. So currently we are using Windows. So for that Windows only it is possible. If you want to go for the Linux means we have to select the Linux section. Then only it is possible. And inside the Windows, the architecture it takes for both 32-bit and 64-bit automatically. Then therefore the Android. So once if you want to switch to the Android means, then click on that Android. Before that, Android SDK, JDK and NDK, everything should be installed. From that, if you want to select for the any of the fallback means, you can select, there is no issue. And here I am selecting default as 32-bit. Now from this you have to click on switch platform. So this takes some time. It depends upon the system whichever you are using. Yeah. So now all the architecture and the requirement, everything has changed according to the Android. Now after changing into the Android or any other platform whichever you require, you are supposed to click on player settings. There we have to make some changes. What type of changes means? If you want to provide your own icon, you can provide. If you have your company name, you can provide it. Okay, and like this kind of different icons and the names only you are supposed to provide it over here. Then after that, the resolution and presentation. So full screen window, or if you want to make it as windowed over here, then like that resizable window you need. Disabled section for resolution scaling. Okay, this and all comes under resolution and presentation, including the 32-bit display buffer, landscape, portrait. So where and all if we need means we have to make it. If you need a loading indicator, you can also make it like that. There is no issue. Now therefore like splash image. So virtual reality splash image, if you want, make it a light on dark or dark on light, all the designs will be able to make it. If you want to provide the logos, that also can be provided. Other settings, so here only we have some important part, not this Vulkan or OpenGLE and all. This and all the default one. The main changes target API level. So here target API level automatically highest installed, whatever we are having inside our Unity or Unity is allowed to use, there it is applied. And the minimum is 4.4 KitKat Android level. So I used to select some 7.1, now get like that 7.0 to reduce the particular pressure, and the rest all it is selected one. Yeah. Then publishing settings. If you have any required settings for publish with password, development section, customer part, so those kind of publishings and all can be done over here. So this is the major part which we will be using inside the Unity for this process. Okay, so this is the section of build settings. And finally, after providing all the settings, if you just click on build, it will render into .apk format. Now that's it. And similarly, if you want to directly build and run means you can just click it. If you want to leave out of this session, click on exit. So that is the file menu. Edit. If you want to undo the inspector, select all, deselect, select children, prefab root. So these are all different parts. Each and everything we'll be using it in 3D model. Then invert selections, copy paste, that is known. Duplicate is also known. Selecting different frames in animation, a lock view method, then project settings, play, pause, stop, shortcuts, graphics tier, grid snap. So this and all more technical. If you are going to design a high-end 3D models and all, you will be using this edit. Then assets. If you have any assets from external sites, if you have means you can import that asset and take it as input and place it in the export package over there. If you are also willing to create any package, for that also you can use already created package, you can import it, and the same way is the import asset. And if you want to take it from a prefab module means prefab, it is nothing but predefined fabrications. So from that fabrications, if you are trying to extract any feature, so that also can be done, but this is not widely used. Okay, so and creating C# project. Inside the game object only we will be creating the empty game object. So inside that we can call our coding part or what and all it is required. If you want to create a canvas, everything it is possible. Then create empty parent and empty child, the hierarchy session. 3D objects, all the 3D objects, if you click on it, you will be able to see. Effects, particle, trail, line, lighting, direction point, spotlight, audio, video inserter, creating the UI. So UI plays a major role, and I think we have a special particular class on working with the UI itself. So in that we will be seeing in a detail. Then camera, it is nothing but the main camera, whatever we are currently using. Move the view, align the view, toggle, activate. Component. So the same components only which is required for all the UIs. It depends upon the project whatever we are working. So for that we will be using this kind of components. Then window, creating the panels. Then next window, previous window, distributing the layouts, collaboration, plastic SCM, package manager. So package manager means what we have seen in the asset store, and the same package manager only kept over here. Okay, and from that, therefore, finally the general, and if you want to provide a navigation, so everything it is available over here. So we are supposed to create that particular navigation mesh, then only it is completely possible. So we require some kind of a requirements for that. UI toolkit for debugging and applying the samples. So based on this particular tools only, everyone will be applying for all the complete projects. So not all the tools we will be using. Again, I'm saying based on all your requirements only, we will be creating it. So till this, if anybody having doubt, you can just post it in chat. Ready to explain. Does anybody have doubts? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Shoma Sankarappa, for your valuable comment. Thank you, Arundhati GVS. So happy. So, any doubts still here? You can just post it. Okay, now let us see how to add an asset into our Unity. So just go to Unity Asset Store. You must have your own login for that. Then only you will be able to add. Yeah, so now I have just logged in. Now from this I have to select what I need, the 3D or 2D, anything. So now I am clicking on 3D. Yeah. So this and all already designed. For our requirement, we can select some free models. So go for pricing. Select it as 0. You can also select it for free assets. Now therefore there are free assets. Yeah. Now let's select. Yeah. Simply, let us just take for a car racing, and this is free asset. Click on add to my assets. Click on accept. Now go to package manager. From packages, click on my assets. Okay, now therefore it has been added. Click on download. Now click on import. So this package will be there. Click on import. Yeah, so finally it has been added. Now double click on it, go for the required scene, select any one scene. Yeah. Okay, so this is what which has been already created. Now if I just click on play, we can see the entire game now. Okay, so this way only here we will be creating different 3D models. Through this way we can also create whatever we need. Just let us see the night mode. Yeah, night mode means like this. Okay, so inside this they have not provided any function, so just I am showing how to import the package and how to open it. So like this we will be working on with more models. We'll be creating some VR application on FPS, the first person camera and all. In upcoming days we will be learning everything. And tomorrow the particular motions we will be just starting it onto the next session. So yeah, I hope then it is clear for all. So thank you all. Does anybody have any doubts? You can just post it up over here. Does anybody have doubt till here? I'm not sure with the SketchUp. if everything it is in OBJ extension means we can take it from Blender and all. From Blender and all it is possible. Yeah. Okay, participants then. So thank you all, and so happy for that